An incredible night is something almost no one knows how to define. Have you ever stopped to think about it? When someone hears, "have an incredible night," it seems confusion arises. We are not accustomed to thinking outside the obvious. We're programmed to respond to what we already know. Imagine approaching a fast food attendant and saying something like, "make this an extraordinary night." You would notice their surprise because it's something out of the ordinary. Now, let's talk about identity, a profound topic that we often think we understand but is, in reality, surrounded by doubts and confusion. The first essential point is to stop accepting lies about yourself, about God, or about your purpose here. It is crucial to grasp this. There are forces trying to confuse and distance you from what truly matters. A curious example is the age of the Earth. A century ago, scientists claimed our planet was 100,000 years old. Then, they started talking about millions, and now, billions of years. Why this constant change? When you don't know your origin or who created you, it becomes easier to be manipulated, lost in confusion about your own existence. Another point is the idea that we came from monkeys. Many believe this because of concepts like the opposable thumb. Wait, but if we were merely cousins of monkeys, how can we explain the unique abilities of the human brain? There is something called the brain window, which states that if a child doesn't learn to speak by age 7, they will never develop that ability. Monkeys have never spoken, so how did the first humans speak? This mystery highlights the need for something greater in our creation. Additionally, there is a historical effort to deconstruct beauty, which reflects the glory of God. Art, for example, shifted from works that exalted beauty to abstract forms that confuse and disorient. Cultural movements have also sought to weaken the family, a vital foundation. Since the 1920s, strategies have been created to divide people within their home, distancing them from each other and from God. Identity goes beyond the functions or roles we perform. You may be a business person, investor, singer, pastor, but these are merely functions. Your identity is something much greater. It is being the image and likeness of the Creator. Purpose and calling are not the same thing. Purpose reflects God through you, while calling is a specific mission to fulfill on earth. Finally, I want to leave a reflection. Many do not prosper financially because they fail to see their true identity. This benefits those who control the majority, while you limit yourself by not believing in your potential. Discovering who you truly are can be transformative. After all, you were not created to be limited, but to govern. I have always believed that truth goes beyond human impositions and doesn't change with trend. As a child in 5th grade, I declared that my origin was Adam, while many insisted on the theory of evolution. I said, if you want to believe you came from a monkey, that's your choice, but I choose something greater. This belief followed me for a long time, but brought clarity. Later, I discovered that even koalas have opposable thumbs, which made me reflect. Some people live as if they were descendants of monkeys, others as children of koalas, and some understand their identity as the image and likeness of the Creator. This understanding is liberating. Those who understand their identity know they were created to govern and transform. They are not bound by functions or labels. Identity goes beyond what we do. It's who we are at our core. God made us free, and freedom is the remedy for humanity. Truth does not need to be defended. God did not call us to be lawyers, but ambassadors. He is the absolute truth, and it does not depend on our actions to exist. Often, well-intentioned people waste energy defending things that don't need defense, forgetting to exercise the true purpose, to govern and bear fruit. Once, I witnessed a debate between religious leaders who disagreed on the best approach to the gospel. In that moment, I realized that wasting energy attacking or defending opinions is a waste. Our focus should be on transforming lives and advancing the divine purpose. I have seen pastors exclude colleagues who fell into sin, while the true example of Christ would be to restore them with love and mercy. At a finance seminar, I heard various perspectives. Some said wealth comes with effort and time, others that it is instantaneous, and some that the best approach is to give everything to the poor. In the end, I realized that the truth lies in the result. What you choose to believe shapes your reality. If you follow solid principles, the fruits will come. The biggest barrier for many is emotional blockages and the need for approval. When you understand your identity, these blockages become stepping stones. The fear of failing publicly, for example, is not a fear of speaking but a fear of not being accepted. This relentless pursuit of validation paralyzes them. However, those who live by principles transcend these limitations. Principles are immutable foundations established since creation. Rules, on the other hand, are human creation, subject to change and interpretation. When you live based on principles, your freedom is evident. Free people with revealed identity are the solution for the world. During a remarkable experience on the Sea of Galilee, I asked God for a clear revelation. He showed me that, to live fully, it is necessary to understand the 7 layers of identity. Many go through life without even exploring these layers, living only on the surface, trapped by limiting beliefs or fragile conviction. But those who reach the level of fact, where purpose is already clear, experience true transformation. Active identity clarifies purpose. When you understand who you truly are, your actions are no longer reactive but intentional. This goes beyond beliefs and conviction. It is living in the certainty that you were created with a specific and powerful purpose. What defines the most successful people in the world? Many have never set foot in a church, tithed, or given offering. So why do they prosper so much? The answer lies in principle. Universal principles like sowing and reaping have been embedded in creation since the beginning. Solomon said, "The generous soul will prosper." And this is an immutable truth, regardless of religion or belief. Within churches, there is a reluctance to speak openly about this. Many struggle to give 10%. But the true understanding is that when you live aligned with generosity and divine principle, you go far beyond the tithe. The problem lies in identity. When you don't understand who you are, you live in scarcity and consequently judge others. I've often thought, where does my tithe go? Is the pastor using the money well? This thought reflects someone who has yet to understand the purpose behind giving. Identity clarifies purpose. God designed each of us uniquely. We are not rare, we are unique. This divine design connects us directly to His image and likeness. And here's an important detail. There are no ugly people. What you perceive as ugliness may simply be a disconnection between the interior and the exterior, or a matter of personal taste. How can we call someone created in the Creator's image ugly? God's original design is perfect.